So Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. This was originally revealed at this point like 2 years ago or something, I think. Yeah, like March of 2024 is when this story trailer dropped. Prior to that, we knew Amy Hennig was working on something, but basically it is from a brand new studio that's headed up by Amy Hennig, who is the lady behind the Uncharted series. Like, no joke, serious game dev with a very impressive track record, at least up until Uncharted 4. She worked on Uncharted 4 for the first half of it or so. It was apparently in a little bit of development hell, and she was having trouble getting it across the finish line. And so then Naughty Dog executives brought Bruce Straley and Neil Druckmann over. They had previously or just finished The Last of Us in 2013. And understandably, Naughty Dog execs were like, you guys should help finish this. And so Amy was kind of pushed out. There's a lot of drama around it. Nobody knows exactly what the full story was. But what we do know is that Amy Hennig was in charge of Fallout 4, and at some point she wasn't anymore. Neil Druckmann and Bruce Straley took over, redid a lot, and she went off to do other things. Now, she went off, worked on another Star Wars game that eventually was canceled, worked on a bunch of other stuff as well, but she eventually landed at this place, which you can see is called Skydance New Media, and she is the game director on this project, and it is called Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, and it's been used as an Unreal Engine 5 showcase game, showing quite obviously very impressive graphics and everything, but none of us know exactly what this is going to actually have in terms of like gameplay and stuff. Interestingly, though, about a month ago, there was a gameplay leak. In fact, actually, when I search Marvel 1943, my video on this, our stream segment actually pops up on this. And I'm not going to show you the leaked gameplay for obvious reasons. It's not mine to share. The game is still in development, so it's just many reasons. But if you really want to find it, you could probably find it. But the gameplay leaked, and it was older gameplay, but it showed some like button mashy combat with fixed camera angles in the environment, similar to like those old school Resident Evil games. It was not what I was expecting. Like, it was, I don't think bad, but I was like, if the final version is just this but polished up, I'm still like, oh. You know, but it might not be bad. It just was not what I thought it would be. But that gameplay leaked, and then we didn't hear much of anything after that. But there is breaking news right after it was revealed that GTA 6 was being delayed. This was posted to their social media. As you can see, Shinobi also reposted it. 1943 Rise of Hydra. At Skydance Games, our goal is to deliver unforgettable premium games that honor the characters and worlds we're fortunate to work with. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra is an ambitious project, and we are committed to ensuring it meets the level of quality our teams, players, and fans expect. To fully realize our vision for Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra, we've made the decision to shift our release window beyond early 2026. Up until this point, it was just early 2026. It was previously delayed out of 2025, and now they're just delaying it indefinitely, which is not typically good. If you're like, it'll come out sometime in the future, it's not what you usually hope to see. They say, we're grateful for the passion and support from the community and the players around the world. The team is working hard to create something truly special, and we look forward to sharing more with you as development progresses. And like, okay, games are tough. Stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. Throw the flag. I do think I have it. So yes, this is a time where I think that this is justified. Do you hear the people singing the song of long delays? If you have to delay your game indefinitely, it makes me worried, especially when other stuff around the game has been kind of quiet. We haven't seen extensive or really any gameplay reveals officially. It's just kind of like a big showcase game. Sure, it looks graphically really impressive, but there's more to a game than that. Certainly, right? Like, certainly. I wish them the best. I wish them the best. I hope that they can get it across the finish line. But I think, as with many of these very graphically impressive games, the impression I got from watching all of this is that this is going to be like probably like 4 hours long, 3 hours long or something. It's mostly cutscenes. Maybe there's some choose your own adventure stuff, but probably not. And it's going to be more of like a visual interactive movie with occasional sections where you can control. And I want to be clear, that doesn't mean it will be bad or not worth playing. But I think it's important to get expectations in check for what this probably actually is. It's a game that's more about showcasing the power of Unreal Engine 5, I think, than making like really compelling gameplay systems. If they surprise us and it has like really compelling stealth systems and it's actually got an interesting combat system for the two protagonists and it has a compelling story that ties all this together, then I'll be very excited. This could end up being like a Game of the Year contender. But as of right now, it feels like it's just all flash and form and not a whole lot of substance so far. Now they could change our mind and showcase some stuff that actually demonstrates substance. You know, these sequences look great, but those are all cutscenes. None of that is actual like gameplay. None of that's showing you what you'll actually do during the game. And now that it's been delayed indefinitely, it just makes me wonder. Now, to play devil's advocate, maybe they've delayed it because they've seen interest and excitement around it, and they want to overhaul it and add more compelling gameplay stuff, and they're going to add 5 hours of gameplay, and like, who knows? Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe it's being delayed because it's just not running well enough. Maybe it got delayed because I don't know. I don't know. Like, who knows? But the delay indefinitely is never a great thing. The only time where there was an exception to that being generally a bad thing, coming 2025, as you can see, was the original reveal, would be the exception would be like The Last of Us Part 2, because if you remember, The Last of Us Part 2 was supposed to come out in like early 2020, and then the world ended. And so it got delayed indefinitely because everything was under lockdown. Nobody knew if lockdowns were only going to take like a week and everything be back to normal in June. Like, nobody had any idea. So they delayed it indefinitely, even though the game was basically done. And then, of course, the leaks happened and the rest is history. But that was the only time where I think like an indefinite delay kind of made sense. In this case, it just sounds like, we've run into something and we're going to work on it and we don't know when we'll be ready. It's just not what you hope to hear. If things are going well, it's not what you would hope to hear. Yeah, Marvel's been losing steam recently with Marvel games and everything. Yeah, well, and you got to remember, it's not just Marvel stuff. Like, there was the Wonder Woman game was also in development at Monolith, and that's completely dead now. So is Monolith, the studio. It's just been hard to figure out the superhero stuff. And I don't know if it's necessarily just superheroes are tough, because obviously Dispatch is doing very well right now. We'll talk about that later, because I freaking love Dispatch. But I think more generally, it's just the economics of the business. When you have to spend 30% for licensing fees, like, it just gets hard to justify. The numbers get really, really tough when it comes to profitability. And that means that budgets have to be tighter. That means that development timelines have to be tighter. You have to charge more for it, which means player expectations are going to be higher, which also, just makes development more expensive. So it's just tough. It's just really, really tough when you have to give up 30 cents of every dollar you make straight to Marvel. It's just tricky. It's really tricky. And with this, I don't get the vibe that their expenses or their development costs are insane. It seems like a smaller team, but again, any indefinite delay is not what you want to hear. So there you go. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. But at this point, it's some point after early next year it will launch, allegedly. A lot of people are thinking it's just going to get canceled quietly in like a month or two. We'll see. Considering that Epic has so much writing on it and Epic showcased it on their stage at Unreal Fest, I doubt that they just cancel it. I think Epic would put some money into it, or already has, but time will tell. He took my thing.